Coming up, Virgin Australia staff do the nutbush. Nico gives us his updates from the USA.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Exactly, you can bench press me. And in efforts to save on fuel consumption, airlines are testing new shorter runways. Welcome to episode 2 of Sorry, what's that? Breaking news? Understand. Apparently, Happy Travels is like a totally legit and real company and stuff, and we probably shouldn't be using their name. So thanks to Alex on Twitter, who decided to put forward the new name for this segment, which will now be known as Fly News. In happy and positive aviation and travel news this week, then starting off with IATA, which stands for Air Transport Association, the International Transportation and Air Association, who put out a video this week with the hashtag We Are Aviation, looking to show their support for everybody in the aviation industry at the moment who might be doing it tough. It was just a short video, but the We Are Aviation hashtag really got jumped on in a positive way, and a lot of people spread their messages of positivity and support to the aviation community using that hashtag as well. Now, what happens if you're a frequent flyer with an airline and your status is due to expire, but you can't travel because apparently there's like a pandemic out there or something? Delta were one of several airlines who did recently announce that they are going to be extending everybody's frequent flyer status so you can retain the benefits you currently have even if your status credits were due to expire, so you can enjoy those benefits when we all start traveling again. Whenever that will be. If you currently have Delta Medallion status in 2020, that will automatically be extended into 2021. And if you have miles that you're accruing at the moment for the 2021 year, they're actually going to extend those through to 2022. Qantas were another airline who announced that they will be extending people's status through for another 12 months. And British Airways were another one to announce the status benefits, not actually extending the years for people, but reducing the thresholds to attain a certain status by 30%. So if you were getting close, but you can no longer travel because of what's happening in the world, then as long as you're 70% of the way there, you're going to get your status. An Air India pilot who recently operated a medical evacuation flight had this sticker stuck to the outside of his door. But what was so nice to see was that instead of any kind of backlash or people reacting to it in a negative way, someone took it upon themselves to attach this sticker next to the original one. This week's Pilot Baby of the Week, a segment which I'm testing this week and may not continue through, but let's see how it goes. Congratulations to Fly by Mike, who posted on Twitter that we're both pleased to announce the arrival of Phoebe this afternoon. Congratulations, Mike and family. Welcome to the world, Phoebe. I look forward to being on one of your flights in the future. She's going to be a pilot, right? We're just assuming that. She's going to be a pilot. I love receiving your aviation facts and news stories and little clips that you send me through Instagram and Twitter, so please continue doing that. This week's clip of the week is from Matthew Norris, who sent me this clip on Twitter of a fairly non-standard takeoff. Yeah, okay, fairly impressive, I get it, but it's really not impressive until you've done it in a 737, right? And if you think that was just a shameless plug for one of my own videos, how dare you? But there is a link above if you would like to check it out. And now, time to find out what's happening in another part of the world with, as always, special guest reporter. Are you there, Nico?
I am right here. What's up? How are you, Steph?
Very good. Nice to see you again. Nico, before we start, I have a big apology. Our graphics department last week, they did add some graphics, some facts about Nico, which clearly someone just put in there as a bit of a gag. I'm sorry they've been sacked. I promise it won't happen again.
It's okay that we're accurate. 300-pound bench presses, for sure. I don't know where you knew that, but yeah, I haven't done that in about 20 years. But anyway.
Good to have you back on the program. Nico, you've got some more good news stories from what's happening in your part of the world. What's been going on?
I do. So, yeah, a couple of interesting things. There's actually a recent story from a pilot that flew near Area 51. You know, we all know about Area 51 UFOs and all those things, right? And he actually flew close to it outside of the restricted area, and with a Cessna 150 he was able to capture some nice photos of the base, but when you look at the charts, there's no base.
I've watched the X-Files. I know what they're hiding down there.
Hey, we all know that. Another interesting story that I found out there is about the technical challenges that the airline pilots have in landing and flying near empty airplanes. According to this article here, is that they're flying about 85% empty. So instead of having 250 passengers, they have 25, 30. When the airplanes are going to start being full again, they're going to have the opposite problem.
Or there's opportunities to get like an upgrade. If you could get moved to the front of the plane and end up in business class, not a bad thing.
There you go. Maybe you can throw your weight around.
You're the one out of the two of us. You should throw the weight around. I don't have any weight to throw.
Oh, yeah. There we go again.
It's the vegan diet. It's not enough protein.
Another interesting story that I found is something that came from Peter Stripal on YouTube. These guys, they designed airplanes made out of styrofoam. And they're pretty much maybe 1 or 2 grams, extremely lightweight. And they're able to fly them forever, infinite flight. How is that? By putting a cardboard behind it and underneath it in a way that the airplane always flies in its own ground effect.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds like a home project that every aviator could get behind.
Oh my God, you gave me ideas, I want to build them.
Just before you go, how are you? Everyone in the family is well? You're all good?
Everybody's good. We had a little bit of a scare last week with Zoe. Maybe you've seen the videos out there, some of you. And we had to actually rush her to the emergency room. Not a great time to be at an emergency room, but we managed, and she's perfectly fine right now. And kids just bounce right back. So it's all good, all good.
Thanks as always, Nico. Appreciate your time, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Good seeing you.
And finally then, in our non-aviation segment on this news channel, it's important obviously to stay fit and healthy during these times. But what happens if you can't exercise as much as you used to, especially if you have kids in tow and you can't leave the house? This is Joe Wicks. He's got a channel called The Body Coach TV on YouTube. He does daily live streamed 30-minute workouts, some of them in fancy dress. They're easy for any level of fitness, and on top of all of this, Joe's got a lot of success recently on his channel. It's grown massively, which he absolutely deserves. But he's actually said he's going to give away all the money that he's making from the ad revenue at the moment from his fitness videos to help those who are helping others, to help the NHS and medical workers who are putting themselves on the line for people like you and me during these difficult times. Subscribe to Joe Wicks, follow his channel, do some exercises we do in this house every night. And that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Do let me know in the comments if you've got some news stories that I can cover in next week's show. And that's it for now. Bye.